After 60, many people believe the small things they do each evening don't really matter. But the truth is, research from the CDC shows that over 70% of strokes happen while we sleep or in the early morning hours. This is the period when blood pressure and heart rhythms naturally shift, making the body more vulnerable. At night, your brain and heart should be recovering. Yet even tiny choices before bedtime, what you eat, drink, or how well you rest, decide whether your blood vessels stay flexible or come under dangerous strain. A heavy meal late at night can push your blood pressure higher. One extra glass of wine may disrupt your heartbeat. Even a single restless night can quietly increase the long-term risk of stroke. These may seem like harmless habits, but for people over 60, they can slowly chip away at independence, memory, and the freedom to enjoy life with family. The hopeful part is this: just as negative habits raise risk, better nighttime routines can protect your health for years to come. And it all begins with understanding the dangers that often go unnoticed. Number 1. Eating late. Finishing dinner after 9 p.m. may feel normal, but it quietly puts your heart under stress. When you go to bed with a heavy meal full of fried food or salty dishes, your blood pressure can climb while you sleep. Instead of resting, your heart and arteries are forced to keep working overtime. Research in Circulation, American Heart Association, in 2021, found that people who eat high-salt dinners late at night are 23% more likely to develop nighttime hypertension. This hidden rise in blood pressure is dangerous because it damages blood vessel walls silently over time. For adults over 60, that can mean a higher chance of stroke, memory decline, and loss of independence in daily life. The risk doesn't come from age itself. It comes from small, repeated habits that weaken circulation night after night. But here's the encouraging part. The solution is simple and affordable. Try finishing your main meal at least 3 hours before bedtime. Choose lighter evening foods such as vegetable soup, baked fish, or a small salad with beans instead of heavy fried meats or salty takeout. If you feel hungry before bed, reach for a banana, yogurt, or a few unsalted nuts. By eating earlier and reducing salt at night, you give your blood vessels the chance to relax and recover. That single change tonight may help protect your memory, mobility, and freedom for many years to come. Number 2. Alcohol and caffeine. A glass of wine or a late cup of coffee may feel comforting, but at night they quietly disturb your heart and sleep. Alcohol relaxes blood vessels for a short time, but soon after, it triggers irregular heart rhythms. Caffeine, on the other hand, keeps your nervous system alert when it should be winding down. The result? Restless sleep, higher nighttime blood pressure, and a racing heartbeat. Studies from the European Society of Cardiology, 2020, show that drinking alcohol in the evening can increase the risk of atrial fibrillation by nearly 40%, especially in adults over 60. Caffeine taken within 6 hours of bedtime is also linked to more awakenings during the night and reduced deep sleep quality, according to research in Sleep Journal. Poor sleep and irregular heartbeat don't just make you feel tired the next day, they raise your long-term risk of stroke and memory decline. The good news is you don't have to cut these drinks out completely. Enjoy coffee or tea in the morning, when your body benefits from the alertness. If you like wine, save it for earlier in the day and keep the portion small. In the evening, switch to calming options: warm herbal tea, water, or a glass of milk. By making this shift, you'll rest deeper, wake up clearer, and reduce the silent strain on your heart. Number 3. Smoking at night. Lighting up a cigarette before bed might feel like stress relief, but for your blood vessels, it's a hidden attack. Nicotine tightens arteries, making them narrower and less flexible. It also thickens your blood, raising the chance of clots forming while you sleep. That means your brain and heart face more pressure at the exact time they should be recovering. Research published in The Lancet 2019 showed that smoking close to bedtime can double the risk of ischemic stroke in older adults. Even just a few cigarettes at night are enough to damage circulation and oxygen supply to the brain. For people over 60, this doesn't just increase stroke risk, it also adds to memory decline, balance problems, and loss of independence. The encouraging news is that every step away from evening smoking helps. If quitting completely feels overwhelming, start by skipping cigarettes in the evening. Replace the habit with something calming but safe, like stretching, deep breathing, or sipping warm herbal tea. Over time, reducing nighttime smoking lowers your blood pressure, improves sleep, and gives your blood vessels room to heal. And each night without smoke is another step toward protecting your freedom and quality of life. Number 4. Too little sleep. Many people over 60 believe sleeping fewer hours is just part of aging. But getting less than 6 hours a night quietly raises your risk of serious health problems. When you cut sleep short, your blood pressure stays higher and your blood vessels don't get the recovery they need. Your brain also misses out on deep sleep, the stage that clears toxins and protects memory. Research in the European Heart Journal, 2019, found that adults who sleep under 6 hours per night have a 33% higher risk of stroke compared to those who rest 7 to 8 hours. This shortage of rest doesn't just leave you feeling tired the next day. Over time, it damages your circulation, weakens concentration, and increases the chance of losing independence after a vascular event. The good news is that small steps can improve sleep quality without expensive solutions. Keep a steady bedtime routine, dim the lights an hour before bed, and avoid screens that keep your brain wired. Even adding 30 minutes more rest each night can lower blood pressure and boost energy the next day. Remember, sleep is not wasted time. It's your body's natural medicine for the heart, brain, and muscles. Protect your rest, and you protect your freedom. Number 5. Snoring and sleep apnea. Snoring may sound harmless, but heavy snoring or untreated sleep apnea is a serious warning sign. When breathing stops repeatedly during the night, your brain and heart are starved of oxygen. This stress triggers spikes in blood pressure and forces the heart to work harder. Over time, it weakens blood vessels and increases the chance of dangerous clots. Research in the Lancet Neurology, 2020, shows that people with untreated sleep apnea have a 2 to 3 times higher risk of stroke compared to those without the condition. For older adults, this doesn't just mean louder nights. It can lead to memory decline, heart strain, and sudden health emergencies. The problem often goes unnoticed because many people think snoring is just an inconvenience. But frequent gasping, pauses in breathing, or waking up exhausted are red flags that should not be ignored. The encouraging part is that effective help exists. Simple changes like sleeping on your side, losing excess weight, or avoiding alcohol before bed can reduce symptoms. In more severe cases, a CPAP machine prescribed by a doctor keeps the airway open and protects your brain while you rest. Addressing snoring and sleep apnea is not about comfort. It's about safeguarding your independence, memory, and years of healthy living. Number 6. Not enough water. Many older adults avoid drinking before bed to prevent nighttime trips to the bathroom. But too little water in the evening can silently thicken your blood. When you're even mildly dehydrated, circulation slows and the risk of clots forming in your arteries rises. That makes the brain more vulnerable to blockages during the night. A study in the BMJ 2018 found that dehydration increases blood viscosity and is linked to a 21% higher risk of venous blood clots in older adults. This hidden danger doesn't cause obvious symptoms at first, but over time it can contribute to stroke, fatigue, and loss of independence. The solution isn't to flood your body with water right before bed. Instead, sip fluids steadily through the day and have a small glass of water or warm herbal tea an hour before sleep. Avoid alcohol or overly salty foods at dinner, since they pull water out of your body and make dehydration worse. By keeping your blood fluid and your vessels healthy, you lower the risk of clots and protect your brain. Even something as simple as staying hydrated can help preserve memory, balance, and freedom well into your later years. Number 7. Stress and anxiety. Watching upsetting news, worrying about finances, or scrolling on your phone late at night may feel routine, but it silently stresses your brain and heart. When your mind is tense, your body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol raises blood pressure, makes arteries less flexible, and disrupts sleep quality. This hidden strain pushes the brain's blood vessels under pressure at the very time they should be repairing. According to the NIH 2022, older adults with elevated nighttime cortisol have a 30% higher risk of stroke compared to those with healthier stress levels. The damage isn't only physical. Chronic evening stress can worsen memory, weaken mood, and make it harder to stay independent in daily life. But here's the good news. Relief doesn't require expensive therapy or medication. Simple practices like turning off screens an hour before bed, listening to calm music, or writing down worries in a notebook can ease the mind. Gentle stretching, prayer, or slow breathing also lower cortisol and prepare the body for deep, restorative sleep. By replacing stressful habits with calming ones, you protect both your heart and your freedom, and each peaceful night becomes an investment in years of healthier, sharper living. Connection. A late cup of coffee, a cigarette before bed, or even watching stressful news may seem harmless in the moment. But in reality, these small habits are quietly wearing down the brain and the heart night after night. Each one may not cause an immediate crisis, yet together they slowly raise blood pressure, thicken the blood, and disrupt the body's natural repair cycle. Over time, this invisible damage adds up. What begins as a little extra stress or a restless night's sleep can eventually lead to strokes, memory loss, or difficulty walking with confidence. And the real cost isn't only in health, it's in independence. For many adults over 60, losing independence means relying more on medications, doctor's visits, or even family members for basic daily needs. That loss of freedom often weighs heavier than the illness itself. The encouraging truth is that these outcomes are not fixed. By understanding how simple evening routines affect the body, you have the power to protect your brain, heart, and independence. Every small choice before bed, what you eat, what you drink, and how you relax, can either move you closer to freedom or quietly take it away. Don't let tonight's small habits become tomorrow's heavy burden. Starting this evening, make a few simple changes. Eat dinner earlier and keep it light. Avoid late-night alcohol, cigarettes, and coffee. Sip a small glass of warm water before bed. Unwind with a gentle book or calming music instead of stressful news. These may sound like small steps, but research shows they can protect your memory, heart, and independence for years to come. Remember, one better choice tonight can mean a healthier tomorrow. If you found this helpful, subscribe to our channel for more science-based health tips designed for your age and lifestyle. And always check with your doctor before making changes to your diet or routines.